Hey guys, I don't know if you're like me, but I love Count the Dings and everything it has to offer. I just can't find everything I need. I know about Cinephobe, and I know about the mailbag, and I know about Bomb, but that's all we do, right, Amin?
No, we do so much more.
What?
Yeah, absolutely. If you sign up patreon.com/countthedings, you'll find a plethora of other content, fresh content, extended content, the OG pod overflow, the Cinephobe cold opens that we've taken and made their own thing to live only there, the Rewatchingtons, Bomb in its full and unadulterated cut, early drops of Cinephobe episodes, and so much more.
Said the OG pod. Now, is it new or is it old?
Mace, I'm glad you asked that. It is a new incarnation of the old OG pod.
Oh.
So it's me, Zach, Trey, Waz, Tom.
I love those guys.
Just like we always were. Going back to the True Hoop days, we're recreating that magic, recapturing it, and putting it back out. We're talking hoops, we're talking pop culture, and most importantly, we're talking for 40 minutes for free, but then another specific Patreon exclusive segment for every one of those episodes.
Funny enough about that OG pod, you're getting Tom and Trey on Mondays. You're getting me and Waz, aka Zosny, on Wednesdays. Amin's floating in between.
I'm a floater.
You never know when you're going to get Amin in those, so you got to listen to them all.
And what if I'm not sure what Mayes looks like? Because I've always thought he's a fat man with a fedora. He's got a weird voice. How can I see for myself what this Mayes character actually looks like?
It's crazy you don't know the answer to this because it's the Cinephobe Pod YouTube page.
What?
The CT5s on the Cinephobe Pod YouTube page, you can look at all of us.
You can get all the OG pods on YouTube too, at Count the Dings 1 on YouTube, at Cinephobe Pod on YouTube, patreon.com/Count the Dings gets you everything all in one feed. You can link it to your Spotify. And now enjoy the show.
Am I the Jerk is a show where we talk about real stories like my stepdad found out that I have a $4 million inheritance and tried to steal it from me when my mom died. Am I the jerk for how far I took my revenge? Or you might even see a story like this. My mother-in-law photoshopped my wedding photos to change my nose. Am I the jerk for what I did in response? So Am I the Jerk is the perfect show to put on in the background while you're driving, studying, drawing, or just chilling out. And the best part is you can send in your own stories from your own life to be featured and discussed on the show. Just subscribe to Am I the Jerk and you'll see how to do that there via amithejerk.com/submit. You can freely share the deepest secrets of your life because you can still remain anonymous when you send in your stories. So either way, subscribe to Am I the Jerk right now before you forget. We'd love to be a part of your daily routine. New episodes every day. Am I the Jerk?
I could not imagine spending 3 hours on something that I didn't like after 10 minutes. You don't like it. You are a weird individual to keep watching. What are you, nuts? You dedicated a week of your life to dislike something? Get a hobby, knit something, go for a walk.
Previously on Cinephobe.
How am I supposed to go back to the me before all of this pain?
Excuse me? We're new in town and we've never had sex before. Would you give us a hand?
I would have rather seen his cock.
Away, Bobby!
This episode in this movie exists.
You bet your sweet ass I saw a lawnmower man.
Oh, Teddy.
I'll call some guys from my neck of the woods. We're not talking, Brooke, about a couple of queens who know a few grapples. We're talking about Polacks that don't have a goddamn future.
You have a stupid heart and a stupid brain.
Regular Einstein.
You think I'm a coward? You're wrong. I'm not a coward. You're the coward. I'm not a coward.
I love cocaine. I do it all the time.
I'm sorry, you guys. I don't mean fag like homosexual. I mean fag like retard.
I got nukes shooting out of my dick right now. I've got so many nukes.
Dick Nukem.
I mean, look at this buffet of ass.
Mouth to dildo, dildo to ass, ass to ass, high branch, anal beads.
I'm the goddamn talent, Maze.
Look, Gene, I've never told anyone this before.
My head!
But I can suck my own dick. And I do it a lot.
1038. This movie is shit.
You don't know shit.
Holy shit, bro. I had the same note too.
And I swear to God, both of you guys are the biggest fucking liars in the world.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
You should have saved this for the train.
All right, au revoir, Lubin.
Lisa? Solid?
Oh, I mean, why don't you just be like a regular person and dream about regular threesomes? Like clones.
Give me some soul kisses, baby! Hey, beautiful! What? Oh! Dang! Oh! Oh! My nose!
I can't indulge this comparison to a person that Amin may or may not know in a movie that has nothing to do with this podcast.
That's some 20th century shit, bitch.
We will tangle ass,
Say hi to your mother for me.
and you will lose.
What's the end game? Okay, now everyone's dead.
What is fucking Spence from Ballers? Who cares what the end game is?
I am wrath.
McCavity!
Welcome to Cinephobe, the podcast where we break down the movies you're afraid to admit you love. I'm Zach Harper. That's Amin Al-Hassan. That's Anthony Mayes. You know about patreon.com/countthedings because you support us on our Patreon. So that's why you're getting this special episode. But tell your friends about it. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies. Tell people you don't even know. Patreon.com/countthedings. Get all of our exclusive episodes like all the holiday stuff plus shit like this. If you have a review it on Apple Podcasts. 5 stars. Say whatever the hell you want. Just make it 5 stars. I don't care. If you have a submission, submit it. Just needs to be 40% or lower on Rotten Tomatoes for the audience or the critic score. Hell, leave it in the 5-star review. Tweet us, whatever. We prefer it in the 5-star review, though. Is this an emergency pod?
I mean, I guess so. I mean, it shouldn't have been an emergency because we knew it was coming out.
I didn't expect it to qualify.
Really?
The first one doesn't.
It doesn't?
It does?
Doesn't it?
Welcome to Cinephobe. We should have done the first one for Mystery Crate.
Oh, yeah, we should have.
No, we really dropped the ball. Well, next time.
I honestly didn't expect it to qualify. I thought simply enough people would kiss LeBron's ass to where it wouldn't come close.
No.
But you bet your ass this is Emergency Pod. We're reviewing for Count the Dings Patreon subscribers the 2021 animation adventure comedy Space Jam: A New Legacy.
I had live action / animated sports comedy.
Whoa, that is very different.
No adventure, just sports.
Space Jam: A New Legacy stars LeBron James.
LeBron James.
You may remember LeBron James from the 2007 NBA Finals, an episode of Entourage, the 2011 NBA Finals, 2012 NBA Finals, the 2013 NBA Finals, the 2014 NBA Finals, Trainwreck, the 2015 NBA Finals, and the 2016 NBA Finals, plus some other ones.
And Smallfoot.
Was that the one with the Yeti?
Yep. And Zendaya as Michi.
Well, that's exciting.
Is Trainwreck qualify? Is that a future Cinephobe?
I don't think it does, because I think we would have done it by now.
Yeah, we have Amy Schumer in our logo.
We're never going to do an Amy Schumer movie.
Yeah, I love it.
Don Cheadle is also in this movie. Repeat offender from Swordfish.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Been a while, Don Cheadle.
Yeah, he's also been in Meteor Man, Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, Hotel for Dogs, Ocean's 13, and a bunch of those Marvel movies.
My favorite thing about Don Cheadle right now, he also had No Sudden Move that was on HBO Max like a week earlier.
Yeah.
But he's Emmy nominated right now for his 98-second performance in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
What?
Is he?
He's as baffled as we are.
What?
I thought you were going to say for Black Monday, which is one of my favorite
that's what
shows.
I thought you were going to say.
No.
No.
Too much time for that one.
That's too much time. Cedric Joe plays Dom. He's been on an episode of Modern Family. Chris Davis from Judas and the Black Messiah is in this.
But you're playing Judas.
Judas, all right, look, here's the deal. I'm the star of the show, okay? So if I decide to bust out a solo, do me a favor and give me the freedom to rock out.
I love him as Tracy in Atlanta. Great character.
Sonequa Martin Green plays LeBron's wife. You know her from The Walking Dead.
Yep.
A couple episodes of New Girl and the Fast and Furious Crossroads video game.
She's the star of the Star Trek Discovery series that's on CBS All Access or Paramount Plus or whatever the fuck it is now.
Wood Harris is briefly in this.
Yes.
I thought he was going to be way throughout this. Nope, just one scene.
Me too.
I got super excited when I saw him. That's it.
I did too.
You remember him from Above the Rim, Paid in Full, Remember the Titans, and The Wire.
Avon Barksdale.
Yeah, and we've got another repeat offender, Sarah Silverman from A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Also a very quick, brief
Yeah.
appearance.
It's because she has break the internet experience.
Space Jam: A New Legacy was directed by Malcolm D. Lee.
Hold on, you're forgetting also my guy from Walking Dead.
Stephen Yeun. Sorry to bother you. Burning and Invincible.
Yep.
Okay.
You don't know who that is?
I
Is
don't
that?
No.
Really?
I love Stephen Yeun. He's great.
Zach's racist.
Why is that racist? I don't watch any of the things you just named.
I get it. Like you're not for representation in media. I got it.
Who does he even play in this movie?
He's the guy sitting next to Sarah Silverman.
Unbelievable.
Dude, the guy's a big star.
A big star is aggressive because I haven't seen any of the things he's in. I've never seen I don't remember The Walking Dead. Like I watched 2 episodes, got out because I hated it.
Glenn from The Walking Dead.
Oh, fantastic. That clears it up. There's the White Claw. Is he in the first 2 episodes?
There's the White Claw.
I don't remember.
Space Jam: A New Legacy was directed by Malcolm D. Lee. Not the same Malcolm Lee that played for UCLA.
Oh, I was about to say.
Directed Undercover Brother, Roll Bounce, Barbershop The Next Cut, Girls Trip, and Night School.
Wow, that's an up and down. That's a roller coaster. It's like
It is.
my man that wrote Horrible Bosses 2. What was his name?
Right.
Sean Anders.
Yeah, Anders. Yeah, he got a little up and down roller coaster. Like, I make classics and also, yeah.
He also had Scary Movie 5.
Oh my God.
Sure, of course.
I guess you got to get your reps wherever you can get them, but damn.
We have 6 writers on this movie.
Great sign.
All right, let's go through them.
Oh, let me see if I can name them. Nike, Warner Brothers.
Yep.
Let's see who else chipped in here.
Lobos. Jewel Taylor, screenplay and story by credits, wrote Creed 2. That movie sucks, by the way. I don't know why people pretend these Creeds are good.
First one was good.
They love Michael B. Jordan.
He sucks.
I love Michael B. Jordan, man.
The first one is shot cool. Like the first fight and everything, the one shot, like that's a great, it looks really good.
You don't like the story?
He sucks. No, man.
You don't like Apollo had a son and like, oh man, I kind of
Apollo had a son that the timeline doesn't really add up on how old he is. No, it doesn't.
Stop
Absolutely
being
not.
a wet
How
blanket.
dare you question the timeline?
No, but you know what? I get it, you know? Yeah. Get it. No, it's cool. Yeah. Don't really like Coogler or Michael B. Jordan either, huh?
I like Coogler.
Oh, it's lining up. Yeah, you like him because you thought he was something else with that name Coogler. That was a good Irish name.
Wait, he's not Irish?
Isn't he?
Welcome to Cinephobe.
What, Cuck O'Leary?
Cuck O'Leary. Tony Rettenmeyer. Story and screenplay credits. Cabaret? Not Cabaret.
Cabarete. About a Dominican kite surfer that parties too hard.
An upcoming project, They Clone Tyrone.
He and Jewel Taylor are writing partners.
Keenan Coogler. Screenplay and story by credits for the short Rachel from New York and the upcoming Creed 3.
What a great alley-oop.
Ryan Coogler's brother writing Creed 3, which is going to be directed by Michael B. Jordan.
Awful idea.
Future Cinephobe.
That's what you call breaking the glass ceiling, guys.
Terrence Nance, screenplay and story by credits, 6 episodes of Random Acts of Flyness.
He was supposed to direct this movie, but then dropped out.
Jesse Gordon, screenplay credits, wrote a few episodes of Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show. And then we get Celeste Ballard, created the show Never Seen It, ironically. And then we get original credits from Timothy Harris, so repeat offender for writing Twins. Also wrote Trading Places and Brewster's Millions. Steve Rudnick wrote The Santa Claus and Kicking and Screaming. Herschel Weingrod, also repeat offender for Twins, wrote on the same stuff as Timothy Harris. And then Leo Benvenuti wrote the same stuff as Steve Rudnick.
That's all for the first Space Jam movie. None of those count.
Well, no, they're repeat offenders.
No.
For Twins.
No.
We got a fucking bridge in there. Of course they are.
No.
Wait, why aren't they repeat offenders according
They
to
wrote
Mace?
the first movie.
But they get credits here.
Because any sequel gets credit for the first movie.
No, only for characters they created though. They didn't create any of these characters.
It says they did.
Didn't they?
Who'd they create?
I don't know.
Oh, you know who they created? The Monstars. From Moron Mountain. They make an appearance.
Nerd looks.
Synopsis for Space Jam: A New Legacy.
A rogue artificial intelligence kidnaps the son of famed basketball player LeBron James, who then has to work with Bugs Bunny to win a basketball game.
That's not the synopsis I have.
There's a better synopsis in the movie.
Yeah, several times in the movie.
What's the synopsis you have?
The synopsis I have is LeBron James tries to connect with Bryce. Isn't this whole movie about Bryce?
100% that's what this is.
It's all about Bryce. It's like
the kid kind of looks like him, you know?
He's like, yo, Bryce, why don't you play basketball? And the other kid looks like Bronny. I'm like,
yeah, it does. I know. The daughter sort of looks like the daughter.
I'm going to say this. They really took careful time.
Not the wife.
For casting LeBron James's family.
Not the wife.
The wife a little bit.
She doesn't look like Savannah at all.
There's a slight semblance.
Yeah, they're both black.
I wish they took as much careful time in casting the extras in the crowd of the game. Get to that later.
Tagline: they're all tuned up for a rematch.
I get it, because it's the Tunes.
Yeah, it's not really a rematch, though.
Also, I thought Looney Tunes this whole time, my whole life, I thought Looney Tunes was Toons. I didn't realize it was Tunes.
Okay.
Makes you think.
It doesn't, because I knew the whole time it was Tunes.
Made me think.
Other tagline: get ready for the slam dunk of the summer. All right, I've seen anywhere from $150 to $200 million estimated budget.
Yeah, I saw 150.
I go on the high end.
Grossed at least $31 million opening weekend as of recording this.
Pretty sure it'll make its money back, but it'll be interesting with the whole HBO thing.
It'll make it back for sure.
Let me say this. I'm staggered the number of people I know who posted on Instagram or on Twitter pictures of themselves at the movie theater. Are you guys poor? Do you not have HBO Max? I'd share the login. There is not a chance in hell I would ever
people just want to get out.
Go pay money to watch something I can watch for free in the confines of my own home with the closed captioning on and a tasty beverage. Oh, man.
What are you slurping there?
I almost choked.
I bet you did.
Baby.
All right. Before we jump into this movie, and before we listen to the rest of this podcast, Space Jam: A New Legacy is available on HBO Max or in theaters.
No, HBO Max. Don't go to the theaters.
No, it's both. It's both. Look it up.
But don't go to the theaters.
Go to the theaters if you want. I would watch it on HBO Max, but if you want to get out, get out. Who cares? We're all going to die soon.
What do you know that I don't know?
Am I too soon?
Am I too soon?
Space Jam: A New Legacy receives 32% from critics on 155 reviews on Rotten Tomatoes and 81% from the audience on over 500 verified ratings. They throw verified in there now, which I don't know why.
Oh, wow.
They're trying to cook the bots, I guess.
Basically, all the people who got the Space Jam pack on basketball Twitter.
That's the one.
Got it. 500, got it.
Amin, would you like the positive or the negative reviews?
Glass half full kind of guy, Zachary. Let me get the positives.
Wow, everybody's just thinking about the negative. Well, I think the glass is half full. Everybody thinks it's half empty.
Let me just tell you, just to kick this off, they will let anybody review this movie. Of the 155 reviews that I read, it's places you'll never hear of again. They're just cooking the books.
I want to see who are the people, yes.
Alcy Rengflo of Entertainment Voice. There are parts of this movie that are fun and enjoyable, but they have to compete with what feels overcooked. It barely misses the basket, but makes a few strong passes. Which doesn't really make any sense.
I see. I see. I can't even finish the joke.
Warren Cantrell of The Playlist.
What? Wait. Is that Blue Cantrell's little brother?
I think so. All right. Space Jam 2 hits 'em up style. No, that's not what it says.
Wow. Oh my God. One of the worst. You call my shit bad. Holy hell.
All things considered, yeah, this newest Space Jam installment is a good time and boasts real heart.
Warren Cantrell, 230 followers on Twitter.
Oh, I like this game. I like this game. Yeah.
Suss them out for me, please.
Mike McGranahan of Aisle Seat.
Oh, that sounds like a fake name.
We've had him before.
Is he?
Yeah, isn't he?
Oh. Welcome to Cinephobe.
LeBron James proves to have plenty of charisma on screen, even if Daniel Day-Lewis doesn't need to worry about being overtaken in the world-class acting department.
Twitter count for Mike McGranahan?
2,540.
Ooh, okay.
Here's a question. If we add them all up.
Will they reach us? No.
Reach us? Oh, I think it reached the Cinephobe account that isn't ours.
Barack Obama follows Mike McGranahan.
What?
Oh, shit. You think he leads with that?
Jana Monji of Age of the Geek.
Jana Monji sounds like someone watched Jumanji and then came up with their fake name that way.
When you go to a film starring a basketball star and Looney Tune characters, you're expecting things to be two-dimension. I'm peeved about 3D Looney Tuners, but really, that's all, folks.
Oh, wait, she was serious. She was like literally talking about two dimensions.
7,500 followers.
Woo, jeez.
Ooh, Jana.
Daniel M. Kimmel of North Shore Movies.
No relation.
Space Jam: A New Legacy is more a product than a story that the 6 credited writers were burning to tell. But if you felt a need to upgrade a premise involving an NBA legend with a bunch of cartoon characters, it gets the job done.
That's a positive review?
Well, it gets the job done, you know?
What job is that?
Commercials. Dulcie Pierce of The Sun UK. The serververse also looks surprisingly low budget, and there's way too much basketball. Not just for us Brits. Some neat moments, but not a slam dunk.
Okay, this is a positive review?
Kristen Page Kirby of The Washington Post. There's no real reason for this sequel/tribute to the original 1996 film to exist, but now that it does, there's no reason to wish that it hadn't.
Kristen Page Kirby, 1,400 followers.
Is her dad Jack Kirby?
Carla Renata of The Curvy Film Critic.
Hello, let me look. Hello. I'll do the search for Carla Renata.
Although it's a fun, nostalgic trip for WB animation and King James fans with a great message on juggling celebrity and fatherhood, this sequel is high on tech and light on everything else. Space Jam fans will love it regardless.
14.6 thousand followers.
Wait, is she an actress in the show Superstore?
Says Janet in Superstore.
Wow, how about that?
Fantastic. Douglas Davidson of Elements of Madness. It builds off of what worked in the original Jam to create something exciting, fun, and full of surprises. Not only that, it explores what a legacy really means.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
Douglas Davidson, 793 followers.
And then a couple of user reviews. User Wade R, 5 out of 5 stars.
Oh, this is a guy who served LeBron at a restaurant one time.
Rain Wade, I think. It was beyond what I expected. The animation, plotline, and acting were all on point, and I could not have felt more impressed and dazzled by a film such as this. Could not have felt more impressed.
When people say the acting was on point, do you think he's just never seen
another movie?
Yeah.
And then user Joshua S, 4.5 out of 5 stars. Great film for the true Space Jam fans. The story is pretty good. I had a couple good laugh. There are a couple reference to the first one, but you don't need to have seen the first one to understand the sequel. Only 2 things that I did not love. One, the way they get in the Toon world is a little bit 2021 for me. But once you get past that, the movie is really enjoyable. Number 2, LeBron ain't a really good actor, but for a first movie filmed on a green screen, he ain't too bad, but he could use a little acting crash course. Overall, pretty good movie for a kid movie.
The story was good the first time.
How else do you get someone into cartoons?
It's too 21st century man for him.
Negative reviews.
Stop being a pessimist. This tank is not half full. It's half empty.
James Berardinelli of Real Views. It doesn't take long before A New Legacy feels more like a 2-hour commercial for the entire WB catalog than a movie in its own right.
Accurate.
Will Ashton of The Young Folks.
We don't care about the young folks.
A chaotic cash grab that only scores a few points.
Talking about the youngsters.
Kiko Martinez.
Kiko!
Not that Kiko.
Frioli.
Of San Antonio Current. Will end up being as fondly remembered as Shaquille O'Neal's Kazam and Meta World Peace doing the cha-cha on Dancing with the Stars.
It's the big 3.
I think it's better than those. Come on.
Matt Conway of Battle Royale with Cheese.
Conway Twitty.
I would not have guessed you make that reference.
What? I see the 1, 2 in your eyes.
Space Jam: A New Legacy never strives for more than studio-crafted mediocrity.
Zach is so racist today.
Matt Conway, 419 followers.
Felix Vasquez Jr. of Cinema Crazed.
Grievous Vasquez Jr.
Not that one.
Oh.
Feels like it was directed not by a person, but a committee of people that followed algorithms about what was appealing to modern audiences.
In some ways, it was very meta. I was very impressed by how meta it was.
Felix Vasquez Jr., 207 followers. He comes up a lot, too.
Sarah Ward of Concrete Playground. Just a Warner Brothers ad with LeBron James and Looney Tunes characters as its spokespeople. A designed by algorithm shambles. Sam Adams of Slate.
I love that guy.
What? Fantastic. All right.
God.
Get it? Get it? Think of Sam Adams as a beer. Oh, gosh, you guys are slow.
Corporations handing a bag of unrelated IP and ordering screenwriters to come up with a story around them is the template for most studio filmmaking now, if not all of contemporary existence.
It's true, and 37,000 followers.
Wow. How about that? Chris Knight of National Post. I'm calling foul. Not sure if it's carrying or traveling, technical or flagrant, but Space Jam: A New Legacy isn't half the film that 1996 Space Jam was.
Oh, shut up.
Basketball terms.
It's actually longer.
Peter Travers of ABC News.
Travers City.
Critics will pick on this sequel. It's what we do when an alleged creative enterprise turns into a corporate ad campaign. Expect no grumbles from the under 13 crowd eager to eyeball LeBron James jamming in cyberspace with cartoon royalty.
62,000 followers.
Johnny Oleksinski of the New York Post. In the pantheon of misguided sequels and reboots, A New Legacy is right up there with Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 and Little Fockers.
Is that the big three?
Future Cinephobe?
All of them. I mean, Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 I really want to do because I was watching on mute one day.
You do that a lot.
I do. I put on Grown Ups yesterday, man. I got distracted.
And you needed it to be on mute because you got too sucked in. Yeah,
it's so bad. We'll do it. We'll do
Paul
it.
Blart 2 as a silent film, though. I kind of like the idea of that.
It's not bad as a silent movie.
Just the physical comedy really shines.
Yeah. Edward Douglas of the Weekend Warriors. James is clearly a better ball player than he is an actor. Well, he's arguably the greatest basketball player of all time. So, yeah, of course.
He could literally be like, I mean, pick a really good act. He could be like Tom Cruise.
He could be Ed Norton, right?
He'd still be a better player than
right. Ya boy, Brian Orndorff of Blu-ray.com.
Oh, this racist. Also, Blu-ray's done. Stop it. Why does Blu-ray still have a website?
A New Legacy will probably find a passionate following, just like Space Jam, but the project feels like a missed opportunity to do something amazing with the Looney Tunes universe. What was he expecting? Like anime porn? What did he want?
Wow, Zach, that's what you thought was something amazing?
That's what I think he would think is amazing.
Oh, well played. Good catch.
Saving a pew. Richard Roper of Chicago Sun-Times.
Mr. Roper, Mr. Roper.
I've never seen anything like it. I also hope to never see anything like it again, and I wish I could unsee what I have seen.
That's kind of how I felt.
Bill Goodykuntz of Arizona Republic.
Oh, I don't like that name. I like how you glossed over it very quickly.
You just gotta, speed right through it.
Yeah.
James is an engaging presence, but as this season with the Lakers proved, he alone just isn't enough.
Oh, topical.
Feels like there's some playoff ribbing there, right? Yeah.
There was a little I write for the team that eliminated him.
And then last one, Brian Truitt of USA Today.
If it ain't Truitt, you blew it.
Sorry, LeBron. This jam is ripe to be slammed.
Okay, fuck you.
Amin, what is your first note?
Didn't LeBron have a beard in the third grade? Whenever this movie starts.
Yeah, what grade is he? Because this is 98?
14. He's 14 years old. He was 14 years old at 98, so he had a beard.
We got a young LeBron talking to a young Gloria, and she can't be at his game tonight. They have their own handshake, and he goes to school as Ghetto Superstar plays.
I'm glad that came back into play at some point in this movie.
The handshake?
The secret handshake, yeah.
LeBron and his handshakes.
Did you miss when the secret handshake made an appearance again?
When does it make it? When Nick Fury comes and asks him to...
Shit, man. Let me have one. At the end of the movie, in the end credits. When Nick Fury...
No, this is the DC universe, guys.
Oh, so then it's Viola Davis.
This is when the Flash comes up and he's too soon.
No.
Am I too soon?
He comes in, he's like, LeBron, did you tear your Achilles? Wait, am I too soon? Spoiler alert for next season.
Wow.
Yeah.
Exactly. You too soon.
1998, Akron, Ohio. His friend Malik walks into the gym. Malik gives him an old Game Boy.
He's playing that old Looney Tunes game.
In 1998?
Yeah, that's a little late for that, right?
Well, Malik got a Game Boy Color. It's a hand-me-down.
No, but the Game Boy Color was done by 98.
That's what I'm saying. He just got the new one. My dad had this Game Boy in 1998.
Why?
I did in the garage somewhere, but I wasn't playing it.
Nobody was playing with that shit, man.
No, because Game Boy came out in like 89.
Yeah, Game Boys were done. By 98, Game Boys, PlayStation had come out. It's over.
The Game Gear wasn't even a thing anymore. Like,
the personal video game system was done by 98 because everyone was like, here's this PlayStation. Look at these wild ass graphics on my TV. Why the fuck do I want to play on this little ass piece of shit? Also, the Nokia phone had come out and people started playing Snake all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Mean is just performing Erasure on the PSP.
It's the game where Bugs Bunny collects carrots. He's lost in the game as coaches yelling his name, and it's Wood Harris. Tell him to go play. Cut to the fourth quarter. Bron's team is down 1 with 17 seconds left. They call an ISO for LeBron. Wood's telling him, shoot the ball. Nobody else get it. And he misses at the buzzer. Somewhere, Skip Bayless masturbates.
I know. And then Motal pulled out a gun and shot up the whole court.
Coach says he's not disappointed about the loss.
Deep cut for you kids out there.
Yeah, go watch it above the rim, you cowards. He's disappointed LeBron didn't give it his all. He wasn't focused. LeBron says everybody on the team plays video games. It's not about everybody. It's about him. Wood says, you're a once-in-a-generation talent. You could be the best, but not with these distractions.
Future callback.
And then he tells him, I want my fucking corners.
Use basketball to change everything for you.
I wrote these jokes thinking like, oh, I'm going to have like 700 of opportunities for this throughout the movie. No, all those ones I was saving for later. Turns out wouldn't need them.
He throws the Game Boy away. It turns on to the Looney Tunes game. Opening montage of LeBron High School highlights. Jay Billis scouting report. David Stern announced him. LeBron highlight recapping his career. La Propaganda.
And also, shout out to Fuck Chronology because we're just going to have like a second stint Cavs one early on with the early Cavs stuff. Then he's going to be in Miami. Then he's going to have a bunch of Miami highlights. Then they're going to go back and be like, I've taken my talents to South Beach. Like, wait, what? I thought that had already happened. I mean, it's just like, it doesn't take much, guys, to like sync this shit up.
It's his people, right? Doing this stuff. Why isn't it in order? We get the whole story with some fake family things cut in. Aerial shot of his house, and that court he has is real nice. Is it his real home? It can't be, right?
Same question too, bro.
It's a nice house, regardless. His kid is playing video games. His other kid is giving some exposition about the brother designing a video game. He needs to tell LeBron about E3 game design camp.
This scene is just, we got to get this exposition started, folks.
I mean, this isn't just regular exposition. This was like exposition that was built in the lab.
Concentrate.
It's like the Ivan Drago of exposition. Like it's punching the machine and it's telling you about how many square, 1,000 pounds per square inch and shit like that. That's where that exposition came out. It came out like rippling muscles, like with veins popping out of its neck. This is some next level lab generated exposition.
Ivan Drago?
Ivan Drago.
Ivan Drago.
Okay.
Ivan McBasket. What's that from?
Eddie.
Yeah. Now they're going to play one-on-one, which is also the truest form of combat.
Distilled.
Yes.
The truest form of war, I'm sorry.
Flesh, blood,
tendon.
The mitt.
He fucks around, throws up a bad layup, and Bron asks him, what was that? Says he's going to be out there. Needs to give everything he's got.
There's a lot of poppy talk going on here.
Where's your fundamentals? Everything between these four lines is about work.
Avon Barksdale's message really stuck with him, man.
Yeah. Who said I wasn't working? This thing right here, and he's got the video game in his hand.
Ooh.
Older kid is behind Bron, mimicking him as he lectures the younger kid.
No, let's say something. Didn't have older kid or younger kid. My whole notes were Bronny, Bryce. Bronny, Bryce. Like that. We're not going to pretend here.
All right. I'll try to change on the fly. All right. Bronny is behind LeBron, mimicking him as he lectures Bryce. Bron tells Bronny to chill out.
He's got full court vision.
What? Is that what that's called?
It's called eyes in the back of your head, but on the court.
Full court vision.
Bron has a voice-activated ball machine like Teddy Rex's cooking machine.
Say that to him now!
No. Cookies. Wow.
Kid messes up the in and out crossover. Bronny does the move to show him. And we find out that Bronny has been putting that work in.
Yes, he has.
I ball all day. Ball hits him in the head from the machine.
Except for that time he got his ankles broken last weekend. The internet had a lot of fun with it. And I'm not here to laugh at children playing basketball, but I laughed at how many times they could superimpose that video on other older videos of LeBron reacting to shit. They're really quite talented on the internet.
Yeah, no, these kids are really good these days. Yeah.
It really, to be honest with you, as someone who gets his fair share of people shitting on him on the internet, I'm really disappointed no one takes the extra step to be creative with the way they shit on me. It's always just like, you fucking suck. And I'm like,
right. It's like clown emoji. It's like, okay, man, like let's make it creative here, right?
Yeah, man. Like put some time in. Put in the work, as LeBron said. As Avon Barksdale said, as Motah said.
Yeah, if you want to be a good distraction, you got to put in the work.
Basketball camp next weekend. Boys will be coming at his neck. Right. Bryce walks away. LeBron says, can't be great without putting in work. Bryce walks back as mom and daughter walk out to the court.
Great timing.
LeBron gives the attitude that they have to go inside for dinner. Bryce asks if they're having spaghetti and meatball, and the ball machine hits his brother in the face again.
Just one meatball.
You prefer spaghetti and meatball?
Everybody has to share meatball.
And LeBron says, ooh, that's my favorite. And I really thought, why didn't we get a Taco Tuesday thing here?
Oh,
it's coming back. I know. I know.
Oh, Jack.
Wife is lecturing LeBron about pushing Bryce too hard.
Yeah,
21st century, man. We got to affirm him more. You got to have unstructured time together.
That's right. Bryce built his own video game. LeBron says he needs to stay on him. She says he doesn't need a coach. He needs a dad.
I try to put myself in LeBron's shoes. If I were LeBron James, would I give a shit about my kids doing anything other than play basketball? I guess not. But like, there's a part of me that's like, your kid is writing code, created a whole video game, and you're like, stop wasting your time. Like, are you fucking, like, just put this into perspective. Also, your dumbass was just playing with a Game Boy. This kid is a computer science major in like the 9th grade. There's a huge difference there.
Yeah, there's a huge difference. Now, Burbank, California at the WB Studios, just down the road from my place.
Hey, I think I saw Zach's house.
Recognize the whole thing.
Not the whole thing. Not the whole thing.
Down in the bowels of the studios, we see a server room. It's the Warner Brothers serververse. Some real lazy writing there, let me just tell you.
You're like, I just call it the server.
Don Cheadle is going through LeBron highlights.
Doing his best Minority Report, throwing all the highlights around with his hands.
Yeah.
Says, I've searched far and wide for the perfect partner for this launch. I finally found him, LeBron James. He's an entrepreneur, social media superstar with millions of fans worldwide. Exposition. LeBron's so dope. He's more than an athlete. He's a king.
We haven't seen villain exposition like this since Jack Palance and Tango and Cash.
Ray Tango. How he loves to dance. He waltzes in and takes all my drugs. And then tango's back out again.
Cheadle tells Clippy, a.k.a. Pete, he knows he's just an algorithm. That's why he needs James. He's stuck inside the serververse. No one knows who he is or what he does. That all changes today because today, Warner Brothers launches the revolutionary technology that he masterminded.
Is that a thing? The algorithms not get recognition? Because I feel like
Siri,
that's
Alexa,
all I
right?
fucking
Yeah, like
hear.
Yeah,
is how algorithm this and algorithm that, and the Instagram the algorithm does this, and the YouTube algorithm does that, and the Twitter algorithm. Like all I hear about algorithms, they're making it seem like it's like this.
I mean, fuck, on the back of like 1999, Madden games, it was like artificial intelligence will help you do this. Like it was that's all we've ever talked about over the last 30 years. Today, it's my time to shine. Just look at this guy, Pete. I thought some big Donald Sterling vibes here.
From who?
From Cheadle. Like, look at this specimen.
No.
Once he partners with LeBron and combines his fame with his tech, he'll get the recognition and respect he deserves. Then an email shows up at Sarah Silverman's computer, like it's disclosure.
Yeah.
New idea from the algorithm. Cut to Bryce drawing things. He scans a tarantula. He has Anthony Davis on the screen. He's making beats, or I don't know what the hell this kid's doing.
He's got so much gear. He's got 3 monitors. And yeah, like just a pet tarantula. Like he's got 15, 20 grand on that table. No wonder he's inventing video games.
I'm going to say this right now, Mayes. And I say there's zero like
cheeks
effort to be funny or anything. I think that they actually undersold what Bryce's real room is look like.
I bet it's 5 times that.
Well, that was going to be my question with the house. Like, is it possible to get a nicer house than LeBron has?
No.
I mean, put that house in Malibu, maybe? I don't know.
I think the move is you get a house that looks nice enough to be LeBron's, but it's not actually anywhere near as nice as LeBron's house.
And it's not anywhere near his house either. So you can't,
The funny thing was, when they were doing the Taco Tuesday videos last year, I remember looking, because some of them were in the kitchen right there in that little kind of breakfast nook table or whatever with the kitchen in the background. And I remember saying, not as nice as a kitchen as it looks a lot more like a regular kitchen than I thought. I thought LeBron's house would have a kitchen that was like an industrial, like restaurant kitchen.
What if that was just the third kitchen?
Maybe it was.
Right, that might have just been the pool house kitchen.
The taco kitchen.
Right. Just the taco kitchen.
Or the help kitchen.
On Tuesdays, we eat at the taco kitchen. It's Taco Tuesday.
Bryce gets an email from E3 Game Design Camp. And then LeBron walks in and he hides what's on the screen and shows LeBron the game. And people are tuning in from around the world for his live stream.
For a game he hasn't finished yet?
Yeah, it's like
he's got the beta version trending?
Like Bryce has like 500,000 followers on Instagram in real life, right?
Yeah.
Probably more than that.
Yeah.
It's a one-on-one NBA Jam game.
Yeah, real original, Bryce.
But LeBron has never seen anything like it. It's like LeBron, who was born in 1984, who was 12 years old in like the mid-90s, when NBA Jam Tournament Edition was literally the apex predator of basketball video games. Somehow he's looking at the screen and he's like, fuck is this shit, man?
I mean, this LeBron threw away a Game Boy in 1998 and was so focused on that work.
Oh, that's true.
That he never picked up a game again.
Exactly, 1998. But 1996 NBA Jam Tournament Edition was the apex predator of all basketball.
Too poor. Didn't have enough money to go to the arcade.
Racist. LeBron's confused that it's not real basketball. Bryce puts a spin on it. Power-ups. It's like real basketball, but better. Just play for fun. Remember fun, Dad?
Ha!
Oh, my God. This kid is acting his ass on.
I am fun, LeBron responds. LeBron starts playing. Kid puts his move in the game, but then it starts glitching. The system crashes and his entire character is gone. It's going to take a week to rebuild this.
More error messages than Lawnmower Man.
LeBron says, fix that. Don't blame me for that. I'm like, what?
Accountability. Good job, LeBron.
Good Jesus Christ.
That's how good that move is. It broke the game.
I'm sure that was what they were going for.
LeBron tells him setbacks happen, has to learn how to push through adversity. Says he's meeting at Warner Brothers about a high-tech movie thing. Bryce can go with him. Oh, snap. Did Dad just come up with a dope idea? Please don't dab. Did you say Dad, please dab? Uncle Malik will be there in 15. Now they're at Warner Brothers Studios, Warner 3000.
Is Malik basically Maverick Carter?
That can't be, because he's such a lackey. Like, Mav's not a lackey.
So if the comedic, I don't think Bryce is really like that either.
I think Bryce is 100% like that.
I think it's all an allegory.
I think Malik was kind of like Romeo from his high school team.
Romeo Travis?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess, yeah, because I'm trying to think. But Maverick was on the team too, wasn't he?
Yeah, but wasn't Maverick older?
He's older, yeah, but he was like, that's how they know each other from high school. Anyways.
Feels like we're in the weeds on this one.
Yeah, I know. Oh, shit, it's a Patreon episode.
I didn't know that Mercedes owned Maybach. I learned that because of this movie.
Really, Maze? You didn't know that?
No.
That's why they call the S550 the baby maybe.
Didn't know that either.
There you go. You live and you learn.
That's why they say Mercedes music.
We'll get to him. Don't worry. We'll get to the Mercedes music man.
Warner 3000 is the new wave. Al G Rhythm is the Don Cheadle algorithm, giving a representation to LeBron. Wants LeBron to be on their team. They'll scan him right into the movies. Batman versus LeBron, he freezes him like Mr. Freeze.
But no puns.
Oh.
No pun.
Tonight's forecast, a freeze is coming.
I was waiting for the pun to come.
I was waiting for like Le Chill or something.
Ice cold from the outside.
LeBron of Thrones. He's on a dragon. LeBron in the Chamber of Secrets. He's a wizard.
Weird choice to do Chamber of Secrets. Why not just LeBron Potter? But whatever.
Oh, I get it. We're selling WB stuff now. Plug talk.
Hey, plug walk. Plug. I don't even understand how the fuck my plug talk.
He'll be the king of Warner Brothers. LeBron is speechless. Cheadle is watching the he's watching the presentation, and Malik likes it. LeBron doesn't.
Why'd you keep saying representation? I was like, what is he doing?
No, I had a typo in my thing.
Yeah, it's a typo because you're fucking overcompensating for your racist ways, you asshole.
Whoa, goodness. You're my brother.
Steven Yeun, great actor.
Listen, guys, I'm a ball player. You know, and athletes acting, that never goes well.
Ha! Ha ha! Too meta. Meta world peace.
Malik says not to be too hasty here. LeBron says the idea is straight up bad. Algorithm is busted. Top 5 worst idea he's ever heard. I'd love the other 4.
That would be great, yeah.
Is one of them, we're signing Josh McRoberts?
Are any of them movies we've done on this podcast?
Sarah Silverman says he's saying what she was thinking. She cancels the algorithm, but Bryce likes it. He's asking questions. Tells him about his video game, the game design camp next weekend. LeBron says he can't go to that. He's got basketball camp next weekend.
Bryce wonders if the algorithm is heuristic or the Matrix variant. And Sarah Silverman says, oh, little Stevie Jobs.
Racist.
Okay, so like the number of times they try to fit in.
Steve Jobs?
No.
Yeah, because it's not the first
Future
time.
callback.
No.
Yeah.
Future callback. But also the number of times they try to fit in, like, oh, we got to remind everybody the kid is good at computers.
Right.
Jargon.
Yeah.
Jargon. There's one that comes up where I'm just like, what the fuck? Even the writers are just like, I don't know.
He's not going to basketball camp. LeBron says not to be scared. Bryce says it's not what he wants. They walk out. Sarah asks if it's a hard pass. And Cheadle is pissed with his not the whole thing voice. He tried being a team player. He's done playing by everybody else's rules. It's his game now.
Put some spec on my name, he says.
Cheadle's stalking them through the studios in the elevator.
You're too soon on that one.
Oh.
Me?
Am I too soon?
No, I mean...
LeBron says Bryce made a commitment. Bryce says LeBron made him hate basketball. You never let me do me. Now they go down in the basement. Bryce walks to the server room. Cheadle lets him in and welcomes him.
And that's when Jason Alexander wheels out in his wheelchair. Welcomes them to the serververse.
He's walking through. LeBron is walking him down. This is the biggest server room in the world. It's gigantic. It's like a MCU.
It's Warner Brothers though, so
I'm pretty sure that's what server farms actually look like. They're probably not in the basement of the movie studio, but they are ones that big for sure.
Bryce walks up some stairs and disappears into a sphere. LeBron walks up to it. What in the Matrix hell? And then he disappears.
20 minutes of setup to get to this point.
Oh, man. Bryce and Braun are in Tron. I don't know. Bryce starts giving technical terms.
Latron James.
Braun asks him what's going on.
He's text positioning his ass off. Immersive tech, holography, haptic technology, VR. Dude. Just tell me what's going on.
We're digitized. I think we're in the computer.
We're in the computer?
You know I'm claustrophobic.
They're in the computer?
Yeah, they're definitely in there. I just don't know how he labeled them.
I got it.
You gotta figure it out.
Roger. In the computer. It's so simple.
Braun asks Siri to let them out, and that's when Don Cheadle appears in a giant digital mummy sandstorm hurricane heist cloud form.
It's Wizard of Oz reference, but yeah, those things too.
Reference.
Yeah, I mean, get ready to wear that shit out.
Oh, I'm wearing that shit all the way up.
Then he laughs, saying to look at their faces. Cheadle goes to normal form. LeBron says the computer is black. And then Don Cheadle's taller than LeBron here. Says he thought LeBron would be taller.
But then he shrinks down to his normal size.
So a couple of things. One, oh man, I missed a lot of fucking cues here. Because you threw me off when you said I was a little too soon. And I realized, no, I wasn't. Because
You were.
No, I wasn't too soon. I wasn't too soon because here's the thing. I got Don checks position, right? I've got, when the kid said you made me hate basketball, I wrote you made me hate movies. I got LeBron exposition. Or Lebrec's position, all this computer stuff is yours, not mine. Your mom doesn't like it when I don't have you home in time for dinner, which was just real super acting his ass on. Does Don Cheadle get a huge check or just lifetime access to LeBron? And then I get to the point where I say, the computer is black. Ha ha ha. I laughed.
Glad we caught up.
Yeah.
This is the serververse. Makes you feel insignificant, don't it? Bryce is gone now.
Yeah.
Cheadle says he'll get his son back. There better not be a but. But
yeah,
then you're going to do for me first.
LeBron tries to attack him. Said, I'm the king of this domain. I'm not your coach. I get it.
That's good. I like that. Yeah. I like that. Gets his son back if they play basketball in front of the largest captive audience ever, in front of all of his followers. When they see them together, he'll finally be out of the shadows. If LeBron wins, he and his son can skedaddle out of there.
Love the word skedaddle.
If Cheadle wins, wrinkle. When you lose, you're going to have to stay in the serververse with him forever and ever and ever.
Forever.
LeBron says he's calling the authorities. All of a sudden, Cheadle has his phone. Don't worry about the authorities when you should be looking for a team.
Yeah, LeBron went barbecue Becky there real quick. Let me get some assistance. This black computer is holding me hostage.
Cheadle says, Pete, send this clown to the rejects. And he gets sent to the Toon World, and we fly past these universes.
Guess he fell for it.
Westeros. Casablanca.
You guys, you know how hard it is to act your ass on at just screaming? I mean, it's like how little of a shit did he give? Like, this is LeBron screaming,
Goes past Harry Potter, goes past the Wizard of Oz and the Matrix. Down to the Toon World. He crashes into the desert into a giant swoosh in the swoosh check in the ground.
Hey, plug walk. I don't even understand how the fuck my plug talk.
He gets out of the hole and he's a cartoon. He fixes his beard from the top of his head down to his chin. He's compacted and screams he's shorter than Kevin Hart.
No.
You know who loved that joke? Kevin Hart.
There's a court with a clock counting down. Looney Tunes world population goes from 1 to 2. He takes down a duck season sign and a rabbit season sign. Bugs comes out of the ground. LeBron daps him.
He gives him a hug, actually.
There's another duck season joke after Bugs says he missed his cue.
Who is this dude doing Bugs Bunny voice? Because you, sir, do not sound like no Bugs Bunny. He sounds like the person doing the Bugs Bunny voice sounds like me doing the Obama voice. It sounds a little like Bugs Bunny, but not quite.
Okay.
No?
It's Jeff Bergman.
You think I'm better at doing the Obama voice than the Bugs Bunny guy is at doing the Bugs Bunny voice?
No. It's Jeff Bergman, who does Bugs Bunny's voice in Gremlins 2, the new batch.
Future callback.
Dresses him like Elmer Fudd, paints a tunnel on a wall, runs through it. LeBron runs into it.
Can't believe I fell for that.
Bugs is now chasing him in an Acme explosives truck. We get the pause with Bugs Bunny, Classicus Tunius, and LeBron, Basketballus Superstarus.
Really, really went all out for that Latin nomenclature there.
Bugs recognizes him. LeBron is amazed he knows who LeBron is. They get TNT there.
Ha! Double entendre.
Plug talk.
Blows up the bridge in front of them. Truck falls to the ground. LeBron is compacted into a flat basketball. He's
LeBald.
Bugs blows him up with a pump. Not a Reebok pump, though. Puts LeBron in a barbershop.
The shop.
Bugs says Porky is there, so he's not alone, but it's just a decaying pumpkin. Bugs asks him why he's there. Midlife crisis. Ran out of teams to play for. Ayo!
Torn meniscus. Shout out to Trey.
Trey's not the only person who's torn a meniscus, all right? I don't know why Trey gets so much shine for this. I've also been injured with a torn meniscus.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want more credit, sir? What are you talking about?
I'm the goddamn talent.
Why are all these black guys getting credit for things that white guys have been doing forever? I get it, Zach. I'm with you. I read you.
African American.
I follow.
LeBron says a computer dude kidnapped his son and he has to play Al G Rhythm to get him back. Did you say Al G Rhythm? All of a sudden they're cowboys in a saloon. Bug says that nefarious Nimrod nixed his nearest and dearest from Toon World. Told him there was more to see in the serververse than Toon World, and they got in a rocket and they left. And Bugs is drunk now, like Amin.
Off of carrot juice. Not like Amin.
Not drunk.
But he's speaking into the mic, so we can understand him. Bugs misses the family. LeBron says he needs ball players.
LeBron says family's everything. Did he realize that he's in Space Jam, not the Fast and Furious?
He wishes he was in Fast and Furious. Bugs says, so you need me, a cartoon bunny, to play with you, an NBA superstar in a high-stakes basketball game? Sounds awfully familiar.
Ha!
Wink.
Is this the most meta movie ever?
It's either that or 22 Jump Street. 22 Jump Street references a lot of sequel stuff with a wink to the camera, but it's actually funny.
The better synopsis here is, well, Bugs Bunny, I need to assemble an elite team of A-plus ball players to help crush this Al G guy.
Bugs declares Toon World for planet Earth, and now Marvin the Martian gets out of a spaceship. He claims it for Mars, and Bugs tricks him into using that spaceship.
I kind of like the gag with the multiple doors opening and then flying away.
LeBron gets hit with an anti-gravity ray. Bugs reverses it onto Marvin, and they take off.
They flip through the ray gun settings. It was stun, death, sting, Charles, Ray, and then anti-gravity.
Shout out to Ray Charles.
Bryce and Cheadle are hanging out. Bryce asks where his dad is, and Cheadle says he's challenged him to a basketball game and is looking for a team.
He just left? kind of his MO, right? I mean, he left Cleveland, he left Miami, he left Cleveland again. Look out, Lakers, huh?
Am I too soon?
Meta.
I left.
Bryce asks who built the serververse. Now Cheadle is Steve Jobs at a Genius Bar.
No, he's Stevie Jobs.
Says that Bryce's gifts are more impressive than his. He's really sucking up to him now. Cheadle says he can rebuild his character for his game in the serververse. There's a shortcut for everything there. And Cheadle mimics LeBron about putting in work to be great. Wants to look at Bryce's game.
Any device with a camera, I can see you. If it's got a mic, I can hear you. Ha ha ha, it's so funny, but it's true.
Are they telling us the ills of all our artificial intelligence? Like, there's parts of this movie where I'm like, yo, there's a real message behind this that I don't think people are going to pick up on.
I loved how just matter of fact Sarah Silverman was in the presentation. Like, yeah, this algorithm made this presentation from scratch. We had nothing to do with it. Isn't it great? We just invented AI, and it's just cool.
Cut to Bugs and LeBron are searching for players. Bugs is mimicking William Shatner.
Captain James T. Bunny.
Found his friends, but he's hiding it from LeBron. LeBron brings out a whiteboard to design the team. He needs the strongest Warner Brothers characters. Superman. Could have used him in Cleveland. King Kong. Beast on the boards. And Bugs says, don't get your hopes up.
Can't get all the top guys. This ain't the Miami Heat.
Need a strong power forward. Iron Giant.
Another reference. Oh, by the way, when Bugs was looking at his list of players, I said, oh shit, Speedy Gonzalez is in this? And I thought they were just going to do like the reference on the screen and not actually have him in it. More on that later.
Racist. Bugs says to have a backup plan. LeBron is amazed by the serververse, wishes Bryce could see this. And he asks Bugs why he stayed. LeBron's amazed by the Harry Potter world. They go to Metropolis.
LeBron is stoked that he's a Hufflepuff. He's not a Hufflepuff. It doesn't fit at all.
I don't know what the fuck that means. What does that mean?
Yeah, for real.
What's a Hufflepuff?
Yeah. Mays just went into his own podcast there.
What the fuck just happened?
You guys definitely don't want me to explain all this, but
I'm going to do it anyway.
Hufflepuff is basically like the friendly stoner. That's the personality type that would end up in a Hufflepuff. LeBron's not that guy.
That didn't clear it up for me at all.
Klay Thompson would be a Hufflepuff.
What is that? What is that? What does that mean? A Hufflepuff? You're like, that's just a type of person?
Neither of you guys have watched or read any Harry Potter.
I've never read it. I watched one of the movies. I don't know which one. I know there were paintings where people were talking in the paintings.
Didn't read it. Tried to watch the first one. Fell asleep 10 minutes in. My kids love it. They always try to make references to me, and I'm like, I don't know what that means.
I love the idea of you watching this with your kids, and your kids be like, oh my God, LeBron's a Hufflepuff. And you're like, I don't give a shit. Nerd. Randy.
They go to Metropolis. LeBron can't wait to see who they turn into there. It's going to be dope. Zoom in on the Batmobile. Bugs is Batman. LeBron is Robin.
I'm freaking Robin. Cowabunga!
They're chasing a runaway train. Daffy Duck is Superman. It's going to crash into an orphanage. Super Duck is there to save and he yells, cut! They were filming a stunt to get into this Justice League penthouse. Daffy messes up the brakes on the train. Now they're going all over the tracks as they're about to crash into an orphanage. Superman stops it, the actual Superman, and Justice League shows up with sirens blaring.
Batman!
Daffy says he loves basketball on second thought, and they fly out of there on the ship. They're building their team now. They go to Mad Max Fury Road where Wile E. Coyote is trying to kill the Roadrunner.
Getting the gang together montage!
And we're gonna need a montage. Everyone takes a montage. Rocky had a montage.
I wasn't mad at this montage. I actually
I think it's good.
I like the idea of them putting them into actual movies, into actual scenes and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was...
he sprays silver paint on his mouth, holds up a sign that says, witness me. The Mad Max people yell, witness. He dives at the Roadrunner and misses. They got them. Bug says they need a player, and we see Austin Powers. They're introducing Dr. Evil to Mini-Me, but Mini-Me is Elmer Fudd. And Sylvester is the hairless cat. Now they're in Casablanca, and Sam, the piano player, is Yosemite Sam.
Tinkling the keys.
With the hat on, he's at least 4'2". Back on the ship, and the Tasmanian devil hits the windshield, and Rick and Morty did tests on him. Condition is irreversible. Morty will never erase what he saw from his brain.
They call him a badger thing.
I mean, you like Rick and Morty. Did you like that little cameo?
Yeah, I did. I did enjoy it. Like I said, this whole montage I thought was one of the best parts of the movie.
Foghorn Leghorn is in Game of Thrones.
Winter, I say, winter is coming!
Yeah, he's Khaleesi riding a dragon, so we'll forgive him saying the Stark motto, but there you go.
Jesus Christ.
Nerd alert.
You Hufflepuffer. They go for veteran leadership in The Matrix. It's Granny instead of Trinity. And Speedy Gonzalez, and Speedy's dodging bullets. Granny does the big kick.
Can a lady check her Twitter?
Oh shit, Speedy Gonzalez is in this? Does this mean we'll get Taco Tuesday?
More on that later.
Amazingly.
Group picture time. Sylvester spits out Tweety. Bugs tells LeBron to relax. Best team in the serververse.
Tweety apparently has been in Sylvester for years?
Yeah.
Maybe. LeBron needs one true ball player. Next thing, we're in Wonder Woman's world, and Lola's there. Lola Bunny.
Shout out to repeat offender Rosario Dawson as the voice of Wonder Woman.
Yes, and shout out to repeat offender, that Wonder Woman music.
She has to pass the final trials. Bugs and LeBron are on the obstacles asking for help. Bugs says it's LeBron. How often you get to play with an NBA superstar? And Lola says, been there, done that.
Oh, reference.
Lola doesn't play anymore. She's trained years for these trials. LeBron and Bugs are about to fall into lava. He can't die there. He has to save his son. And that gets Lola's attention. Calm down, Cleveland. I got this. Lola, we need your help. This lava's going to be really hot. She grabs them with the golden lasso thing. She approaches Wonder Woman. She says she failed. Wonder Woman says a warrior is judged by her skills and values.
Help them win this battle of the baskets.
Deems her an Amazon. Lola's in. Bryce and Cheadle are playing his game. And Cheadle's gassing him up. You're not just a prince, you're a wizard. There's a rendering of Diana Taurasi.
Flashbacks position to the All-Star game with Diana Taurasi, Anthony Davis, Damian Lillard, Klay Thompson, Nneka Ogwumike. I definitely messed that up. And Diana.
You definitely did.
They asked for special powers before he scanned them with his phone. Cheadle says that he can scan anyone from anywhere in the world using their phones. He tosses it to Pete. They'll level up, steal the code, then says it's a shame his dad doesn't support him. I get it. He's the greatest of all time, says Bryce. And Cheadle says, well,
jury's still out on that.
And I build video games. I think he won't let me do me. He won't let me be me. Why would they repeat that line? It's the same fucking thing.
Message.
Bad writing. I'd let you be you. You know what? I know a way to fix this. We're going to make your dad take notice of you.
And this is the point where I wrote, holy shit. Is this just Hook?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Skyhook.
Pretty much, man.
This entire movie is just Hook, right? Like,
is that Warner Brothers?
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, like LeBron James forgot how to have fun. He's Peter Pan, and what's his name? Bryce is the little piece of shit that wants to do.
Jesus.
I was like, well, no, I mean like the little piece. No, the piece of shit from Hook, not.
No,
Bryce
but you're mad that he was throwing that baseball on the plane.
Oh,
that's why you call him a piece of shit.
Yeah, what a piece of shit, little
Cheadle's Hook. Does that make Pete Smee?
Yeah, definitely. The teeth, for sure.
Yep. Bugs and the Looney Tunes are the Lost Boys.
Pete makes it fatherverse son in the serververse. Cartoon Braun has the ball machine. Daffy gets shrunk as LeBron, and Lola go teach them basketball. There's a montage. Yosemite shoots the basketball joke. Tweety gets Sylvester to chase yarn joke. Foghorn plays football joke. Roadrunner bomb. Hijinks.
Pure chaos.
Taz spins everything. Granny goes off a ramp on her scooter and dunks.
She goes off a ramp over 3 exploding buses like Johnny Blaze and Ghost Rider. And then she shatters the rim. It says game.
It says
blouses.
Reference.
LeBron says it isn't real basketball. Bugs says it's fun. Remember fun? Message.
Is Bugs calling Braun Cleveland a Family Guy reference?
That's what I thought at first.
That's what I thought at first too. I was like, I was about to high five the writers' room, all 6 of them. Like, if y'all did that shit, that should be hilarious. Then I realized, no, it's because he keeps calling him Cleveland. It's because he played for Cleveland, I guess. I don't know.
No, he did play for Cleveland twice. Look it up.
Did he?
Basketballreference.com. Didn't he?
Welcome to Cinephobe.
Security guard tells Malik, you lost LeBron and his son. You better find him. He's on my fantasy team.
Security guard plays Black Jesus in the Adult Swim show. Black Jesus.
LeBron's wife calls Malik. She's going to kill him.
He's a security specialist specializing in the securial arts. It reminded me of Dave Chappelle in Half Baked saying he is a master of the custodial arts.
Comes to grips with the fact that you lost the world's greatest athlete. The sooner you can go home. Malik answers the phone from LeBron's wife, has the funniest story to tell her. Oh, I need to call you back. I'm driving through a canyon. Security guard yells, he ain't in no canyon. He's in my office, violating my personal space.
He lost LeBron. He lost LeBron.
She pulls up next to Malik, says he has 0 seconds to tell her where her husband and son are. Cut to Cheadle now helping Bryce rebuild his character.
Yeah.
Upgrades things all the time. Gives the kid control of his player model. Can become the player his dad wants him to be. And he gives himself 75 for handles. Cheadle shames him about the 75. Dream big. Turn up. 100 handles. 100 hops. Bryce is the captain of the team. Cheadle's celebrating. And Bryce stops him. He said they were rebuilding his character, not actually playing in the game. He says, look, do you want your dad to respect you or not? No buts. You want him to respect you. You beat him in a game of your own creation. Dads don't understand reason, Bryce. They understand power. You take the power. Make him respect you. Make him see you're special.
Hook.
And then Cheadle says, run home, Jack. Bryce says, do it. Upgrade me. The machine powers up and he's levitating, digitized, and doing superhero moves. And he has new clothes and they toss him a ball and he can do everything.
Not really. All he does is dribble.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, to be fair, that's what most 13-year-old kids want to do. They just want to do all that fucking
shit.
shit.
Dribble like Kyrie, right?
Yeah. There was also parts where he was like, is this supposed to be Kyrie?
I kept wondering at some point if Uncle Drew was going to show up.
Isn't dribbling fundamental?
Not like that.
Not like that, no. That's a lot of hot dog and stuff.
Yeah.
Cheadle says to show their teammates some love. Forget about the fundamentals. There are no rules. So he turns Taurasi into a snake? What the fuck?
White Mamba.
There are no rules. Also, I thought White Mamba was Scalabrini. Yeah.
Red Mamba.
Red Mamba is Matt Bonner. White Mamba, Brian Scalabrine. Let's see who the Red Mamba is.
Nico Mannion.
Matt Bonner.
Malik, LeBron's wife, and the kids are searching the lot. Malik says he got abducted, but by maybe aliens or the government or the New York Knicks.
That was a legitimate chuckle for me. Conspiracy Malik.
Every single basketball movie.
There's always a Knicks joke.
Always got to be a Knicks joke.
LeBron tweets. Epic live stream between him and Bryce. And the wife can track his phone. There's no way LeBron has that kind of sharing on it. There's no way.
Exposition. Yeah, exposition. No, Zach, we're not going that way. Zach, I care about you. Exposition walk and talk is what I call that scene.
Lolo's warming up. LeBron writes his family's names on his shoes, reminds him what he's playing for, and it's all about Bryce right now. Back on Toon World, it's an hour until the game, and they're practicing. LeBron is teaching them his in-and-out crossover step back and shoot move. Bugs becomes MC Hammer. Will kids get that reference, or is that just for the adults?
Can't Touch This still have reach in 2021?
Is also repeat offender since he was a story in the goods?
Reference.
LeBron tells him inside these lines, do what he says. Outside of them, as loony as they want to be.
Just like every NBA huddle.
Oh, I see. You're that kind of king. It's my way or the highway. Fundamentals win championships.
There's a tension there, by the way.
Oh, what? Between him and Bugs?
Yeah.
You thought they were going to fuck?
No, not that kind of tension. Like a real tension. He says, oh, I see you're that kind of king. I was like, God damn, Bugs. It's just a fucking lighthearted movie, man. What you doing?
Clock ticks down to 0 and the scoreboard opens up. He's here. Digital court crashes to the ground and rocks the world. Dom ball scoreboard appears. Cheadle says it's time for an upgrade. Now they look like those creepy TV show animation hybrid things. So they're not really tunes anymore. They're kind of real.
3D rendered, but it does turn LeBron back into LeBron.
Bugs tells Al G this means war. LeBron wants his son. Cheadle says he'll be there. Let's get some butts in these seats.
The ground starts rumbling, and then Bugs wonders, how big are these butts?
And Warner Brothers characters storm towards the court. It's Iron Giant. We see the mystery van.
Plug talk.
Hey, plug up. Plug. I don't even understand how the fuck my plug talk.
Dragons, King Kong, Flintstones, Gremlins, everybody.
Reference.
The James family gets to the server room and Al G welcomes them. Malik walks in first reluctantly. Warner Brothers characters on one side of the court and Stream on the other side of the court. Cheeto powers up a globe, and everybody on a plane is watching on their phones. People scanning from their phones into the serververse.
Cheeto is acting his ass off when he feels the power. He feels the tension.
How did he get all these spectators here? I don't know, but the line for the bathroom is going to be insane.
Yeah, Daffy.
Ernie Johnson and Lil Rel are the announcers.
One of the people that gets abducted, by the way, is Randy Mims making a cameo. Do you guys notice that? In the barbershop.
Oh, no, I missed that.
The least known component of the LRMR Four Horsemen
right.
of LeBron, Maverick Carter, Rich Paul, and the last R is Randy Mims. He's in this movie.
Is this his biggest moment?
I think so. Well, yeah. I mean, he's been in the background. There's some iconic shots of LeBron and celebrations and shit where Randy's right there. But like, this is the first time, like, I think we've seen Randy being Randy.
With LeBron out of the way.
All right. Ernie Johnson and Lil Rel are the announcers. Rel thinks that he fell down an elevator shaft. Ernie explains they're in a computer-generated basketball game.
Thanks, Ernie Exposition.
I don't like Little Rel.
Oh, I thought you were going to say EJ.
Oh, who doesn't like EJ? EJ's a prince among us.
Lil Rel.
Not funny.
No, I think he's kind of funny.
Did you see a stand-up?
No, that's why I think he's kind of funny. I think he's funny in like little appearances in movies.
But like not like in this context.
I think he has one line where I laughed.
I did not laugh at all. Every time he came on. And it's funny as one of the like him and Ernie are in all the scenes together. Ernie's way better at acting than acting as himself.
I would not say that. Ernie's terrible in this movie.
Lil Rel's awful.
Neither of them are acting.
Yeah, that's fine. Like Ernie's terrible in this movie.
No, Lil Rel's worse.
No.
Lil Rel's worse. That's just your white guilt at work.
Wilt.
Still.
James' family looks at the phone. Cheeto says they have some VIPs coming in. LeBron with his ass and Kyle Lowry's ass fully on yells no.
What a twist!
Malik walks away as the rest of the family gets scanned in. There's a force field around the court. LeBron can't get to them.
I'm sorry. I just have to go back to this. You know how hard it is to not be able to properly act just screaming? No.
No.
Ended with a question mark. No.
Dad, this is Dom's game. You know how to play it, right? It's basketball, of course. Yeah. Paging LeBron James. Malik tries to get zapped in and Siri won't do it.
Zap me into you.
Sorry, I didn't understand that.
I said zap me into you. Zap me, human, into you, phone.
Algae Rhythm is the host for the evening. Welcome to the first and final Serververse Classic.
One and done.
I'll tell you what, I know you're all LeBron's biggest fans. The king has had a great run, but that's over. That's done. It's time for a new king to take the throne.
Hater.
Let's go over the rules.
Hater's
if
gonna
LeBron
hate.
wins, you all get to go back to your regular boring lives. I like that. It's a reference.
That's a reference.
When LeBron called everybody poor.
Yep. That's my favorite version of LeBron.
But if my team wins, you all get to stay with me in the Serververse forever. How about that? And all the tunes will be deleted. Granny smacks Daffy.
Because Daffy said, at least they're good.
We get the Goon Squad, Tarasi, White Mamba, an actual snake, Wet Fire. And I wrote, is that Clay or Dame? Because it looked like Clay, but we saw Dame earlier.
It took me a while to realize that Wet Fire was one person. I thought Wet was one and Fire was the other.
Queen of the Wild. Like, you thought it was like Hall & Oates?
Yeah.
Arachnica. She's a spider. Then AD is the Brow, and he has wings, and he's the flyest guy on the squad. Dang, what'd they do to my boy AD?
Wow, I really felt like LeBron was here with us on this podcast right now.
Dominic Bryce James gets introduced. He comes down from the scoreboard. Crowd goes crazy for him.
Puts the G in genius, the hero on the ones and zeros.
I don't think he can hear you. I'm his mother. He better hear me. Cheeto says it was Bryce's scanning tech to see him. LeBron tells him everyone in there is in danger. Tries to tell him about Al G. Says Al G is manipulating him. Why are you using all these words? Deleted, manipulated, kidnapped. Chill out. What you say, man? Playing basketball. Thought you'd be happy, says Bryce. Goon Squad steps to LeBron. LeBron says, Brow, it's time for your eyebrows to break up with each other. They ugly. Let it go.
I don't get it.
I mean, that's not like maybe 9 years ago. That's a funny joke, right?
Is he throwing a softball insult at AD because it's his teammate?
I don't know. Mom tells LeBron to win this game and get her son back. Game time.
We fucking know.
LeBron, Lola, Bug, Sylvester, and Tweety are starting. Pete's the ref.
You mad, bro?
Ernie tells the audience Toon Squad has to win or everybody is trapped there forever.
Thanks, Ernie Exposition.
Rel says, luckily, Toon Squad has the 4-time MVP. I ain't sweating it. Bryce powers up, jumps through the scoreboard for the jump ball.
Oh, we doomed.
Oh, got it.
You see that kid flies like Superman, but with a high top fade.
Yeah, because like you a second ago, he was really confident in LeBron, but then like he lost all confidence after the jump ball. Oh, I get it. LaRel's so funny.
Bryce bats the ball down to Clay or Dame Wet Fire. We get a full display from the Goon Squad. Tarasi gets the dunk, or is it a slam?
Stop.
Go back to the Anaconda River, please.
It's worth 16 for the windmill bonus. Style points. We're playing video game rules.
See, kids? Playing video games do pay off.
Lola tries to get around Tarasi. She throws the ball ahead, and it's snatched by Arachnica, who has Sylvester in an electrified web. She says, come chase this down, passes it to Wet Fire, who lobs it back to Arachnica, who dunks it. It ricochets off LeBron's head back to her. She keeps dunking it, and it's ricocheting over and over and over. Eat that, eat that, eat that.
I do like how Clay can just run through people because he's made of water.
She said, eat that, eat that, eat that. I thought that was pretty well delivered. Like, much better than LeBron's. No.
Yeah. He finally gets knocked down. Cheadle says, down goes the king, and Ernie asks if that's legal. Rel says, man, she's got 6 arms. What else is she supposed to do?
No, I get it, because you can't count.
She asks how that tastes. Bugs tells LeBron it's basketball with a spin to it. We got to think out of the box. LeBron says there's only one basketball and don't do nothing loony. Nothing loony? We're not called the Fundamental Tunes.
That was a short-lived animated series from the 80s trying to teach kids about drugs. The Fundamental Tunes.
Daffy says to get the ball to LeBron, they post him up on his son, Bryce. I wrote, JJ Barea callback coming? He says, sorry, son. You know I gotta win this game. He shoots a fadeaway, and his son powers up the shoes, jumps, and snatches the shot out of the air. Ernie says the king has been dethroned, and it's like 70-0 right now, by the way.
Yeah, well,
right?
The spider really ran up the score, bouncing it off his head over and over again.
Not to mention 16 points for one dunk from Tarasi.
Bryce takes the ball, uses a bunch of special moves, bounces it hard between LeBron's legs. Pete moves the basket so it goes in. It's a 33-pointer.
So he uses the force field wall to make bounce passes, but LeBron goes to close out on the wall?
I don't know. Now LeBron's yelling at Pete. Pete threatens to give him a technical. LeBron walks away, and then Foghorn says he has to call the game fair. Pete pushes a button and launches Foghorn into the sky. Ernie says, never in my career did I think I would say these 5 words. Foghorn Leghorn just got ejected.
I mean, everything he said in this whole game is probably something he never expected to say before. But okay, Ernie, yeah, focus on that part.
Lola goes through Arachnica, lobs it to LeBron, and he dunks it home off the backboard. LeBron hits a fadeaway against Brow, says buckets, and it's 103-4 at this point. I don't really know. Bryce activates his handles, crosses his dad up, scores a layup, and says buckets.
Ooh.
They keep showing LeBron's incredulous reaction face throughout this entire time. And this is when I noticed that repeat offender, our guy, Mr. Freeze, is in a blue bathrobe behind Don Cheadle.
Oh, shit, bro. I've got the same note, too, except mine says, oh, my God, the crowd is supposed to be Warner characters? And then I started all clicking on it. That's supposed to be Mr. Freeze. That's Robin. That's the Penguin. That's Poison Ivy.
Agent Smith, The Mask, reference.
But none of these people, I mean, like even a mild casting search for people who kind of resemble these characters. Nope.
The Agent Smith one's the worst one. The Agent Smith one is the worst one. It looks nothing like, it looks like Justin Long. Like it,
you guys look like you spent like years trying to find the right Bryce, the right Bronny.
Right.
Bronny, who's got like 3 lines in the whole movie and 2 of them are getting hit by a ball. And yet, like for this thing that you wanted to be a prominent part of this movie, you're like, any white guy, just come here. Put on these sunglasses. Go ahead. Wear a suit.
Bros? Same note as well. Lola calls Tarasi a worm, Then she wraps up Lola like she's John Voight. Asks who you calling a worm, and Lola says, not you, girl.
Baby bird.
Little baby bird.
All right. Bronny says to try a power-up. He finds one on the court, dribbles past Tarasi and Arachnica, hits the jump boost, and he can't control it. He Helen Hunts right into the force field.
Oof. Or does the force field Helen Hunt him?
2:39 left in the second quarter. Goon Squad up 752-37.
Tweety is back flying around his head. We gotta stop meeting this way.
Daffy says he's not a betting duck, but his money is on the other team. Walks away and says, let's run a triangle offense.
Trapezoid offense, anything.
Shots fired.
Yeah.
Lola tells LeBron we're getting crushed. Cheeto says their spirit is broken. Pennywise and White Walkers are behind them.
Yep.
No, not White Walkers. That's supposed to be
the Night King himself.
But not the Night King.
Raising the roof.
It can't be because it looks like Mr. Freeze.
It's the Night King spelled Nite, kid.
Funnily enough, Zach, I actually had a moment of hesitation when I saw the blue man in the bathrobe. I'm like, did they put the Night King in a bathrobe?
He tells Bryce to take a break, and it's Dame time. Calls himself the King Stomper.
I thought it was the King Stopper.
And Damian Lillard is Kronos. That's when I figured out that Clay is Wetfire. Daffy subs out Granny for Roadrunner. Dame slows down time as Roadrunner gets the ball, takes the ball, puts a bow on the Roadrunner, serves him up to the Wile E. Coyote, gives LeBron a makeover, dresses him and Tweety like pirates. Time goes back to normal. He hits it off LeBron's pirate head to himself for a dunk. It's 1,039-37. That's a 287-0 run.
It's his own little Quicksilver scene set to himself rapping. It's about as meta as it gets.
The original Monstars are there in their puny form.
Yeah.
The Nerd Lux.
Well, that's why the motherfuckers get writing credits. Unbelievable.
Whole team is congratulating Bryce and LeBron. Hey, man, that's the dream. What are you talking about? Why are you mad? We should be so lucky.
White Mama keeps doing the Anaconda tail spinning move.
LeBron sees how they're admiring him. Al G's plan is working, or is it? Toon Squad is dejected at halftime. The Coyote's tail is on fire and he sits in the cooler.
Holds up a sign that says, don't ask.
Don't ask. Don't tell.
Lola trying to pep them up, says they need a boost, a miracle.
Some secret stuff?
Sylvester says he doesn't know if this counts as a miracle, but he found Michael Jordan. He was in the audience, and the Bulls intro music starts. Everybody's excited.
Alan Parsons Project.
They're walking through the tunnel, and all of a sudden, Michael B. Jordan walks in.
Everyone is disappointed, just like in real life.
I laughed.
I think this is a great joke.
I did too.
This is a great joke. I was like Robert De Niro, attaboy Bobby. Like, I thought that was a fantastically well executed joke.
Well executed because I think like LeBron actually had a look of hope on his face.
Yeah, LeBron actually acted his ass off there. He looked like Mike's here.
Yeah,
he thought he wouldn't have to do the rest of the movie.
LeBron says that's Michael B. Jordan, the actor. MBJ says he was getting popcorn and the cat grabbed him, and Daffy says you couldn't get Michael A. Jordan. It's a good joke too. Elmer says, how could he think that this was his airness? They look nothing alike. It's been 25 years. I thought he aged gracefully. Michael B. Jordan says, this is awkward, but I believe in you guys. Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose. LeBron tells him, cut it out.
Reference!
Lola says, Toon Squad doesn't give up ever. LeBron says they're down 1,000 points. Yosemite Sam says, try coaching them better. I've been coaching y'all better this whole time. Sylvester over here getting the wrong MJ. Granny's out here having a martini at halftime, and Taz might as well be playing for the other team.
Shout out to Granny.
Your son plays for the other team. Yeah, you're a bad dad. He says, I've been trying to save my son and coach y'all at the same time. And Lola says, they've been trying. And LeBron asks, trying to do what? Trying to be like you, she says.
Wow.
LeBron realizes because they're not him, we get a product shot of some Space Jam LeBrons, which you can get at your local Nike store. Just kidding. They're marked up on the secondary market because you couldn't get the sneaker apps to rig in your favor. He hears his son saying, you never let me do me. And LeBron pulls down a board for a new game plan.
All Toony, Big Mooney, full Looney.
I've got the same note too, except I put all Mooney, Big Looney, full Toony or some shit. I don't know.
All right, that's it. Zach's cooked.
Daffy comes out of the spaceship. They construct the Looney Tune banner. LeBron comes out hype with them. LeBron gives the troll face and everybody laughs.
By the way, Zach lasted a lot longer than I thought he would.
I had $1 for every time I heard that.
Lil Rel doesn't understand the new energy. They are losing really badly. And then I wonder, is this a Rick Ross song called Goin' Looney? It sure is.
Tweety asks Brow if he has his ticket because the 11:50 Express is running on time, and then a train takes out the Brow.
Train humor.
Wetfire runs at Bugs, and Gossamer absorbs him. Tension. LeBron gets the ball, gives it to Roadrunner, who is running circles around them. Tweety dunks it for 62 points. Al-G says smokescreen is the oldest trick in the book, and Foghorn rings out Gossamer.
The quicker picker-upper.
Reference.
Brow goes to dunk. Bugs old-timey interrupts him by announcing that he freezes in the air. Al-G grabs the mic, accidentally rhymes, and now it's a hip-hop bonus round. Notorious P.I.G., a.k.a. Porky Pig. Fry him.
Christopher Wallace is rolling in his grave, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me tell you this. It's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. It's better than I thought it would be. I had very low expectations at this point.
Oh, my God.
No?
Hey, Porky. Fry him.
Fry him? Me? Show him who you really are, Notorious P.I.G. Oh boy, here goes nothing. What up? It's Porky Pig. They call me P-double-L-G. Step to me, he don't want no trouble.
Yeah.
I was famous before the internet. Since 1935, I've been getting respect. This pig is lit. I'm super legit. Every time I'm out in public, people asking me for pics. Nobody knows you when you walk the street. How your last name rhythm and you're still off beat. From beginning to the end, I'm here for all the smoke. Your squad ain't all star, your squad is all jokes. And this with one bar, most famous of all quotes. This battle is now over, that's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
Gets Toon Squad up to 251 points. They're down by less than 800 points now.
We did get Ernie saying, spitting hot fire.
And Amin wants to shit on Lil Rel. Unbelievable.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Brow takes it from Taz. Taz goes crazy, does something. Toon Squad is down 600 now. I didn't really understand what happened.
He spins around and flips the court 180 degrees, so 80 dunks in the wrong hoop.
Oh. All right.
And then Al is pissed off at the ref, Pete, so he throws a chair like Bobby Knight.
Yeah, he's wearing the red sweater.
So here's the thing. So I wrote Coach Knight reference. Then I try to remember what Coach Knight's first name was. And I realized I can't remember Coach Knight's first name.
Coach Knight!
But listen to this. I remember he coached at Indiana and at Texas Tech. And I remember that Brian Dennehy played him in the made-for-TV movie that aired on ESPN.
Bobby. Do you remember when ESPN had that reality show for a walk-on at Texas Tech? Oh my God, that was an amazing show.
I'm just imagining Amin on like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire or something like that. And he just starts listing off all the facts that he does know about Coach Knight.
No, but like the part that really upset me is like I remember that Brian Dennehy played him in the made-for-TV movie. But like I knew who he was. Obviously, got the general white hair. He cut fucking like Charles Barkley from Team USA in 1984. Like Isaiah Thomas called like a father figure. He called some woman a see you next Tuesday. Like I know I know exactly who he is. I just couldn't remember. I kept saying, is it Billy Knight? No, Billy Knight was a black guy.
Racist.
Robbie Knight. I just couldn't get the name.
The show is called Night School, and it was about 16 Texas Tech students who were trying to make the basketball team as a walk-on.
Sounds like an awful fucking concept for a reality show.
It was well done, man. It was so
well
good.
Done. ESPN.
It was so good. The guy who won it played 2 games for a total of 8 minutes, scored 3 points on the season. There you go. It's your Night School update.
Not the movie that this director directed starring Tiffany Haddish.
Different Night School. Mom starts a Let's Go Tunes chant. Wile E. Coyote opens a crate, and it's an Acme multiplier. King James edition. He puts feed on the button. Roadrunner pecks at it. Wile E. puts a ball in the machine. A dozen balls shoot out into the basket.
I didn't know Roadrunner was a woodpecker.
LeBron and Bryce watch them go in. Wile E. accidentally gets sucked into the machine, and now there are multiples of him flying through the air. And now it's 1,039 to 1,000 plus 96 Wile E. Coyotes on the scoreboard.
Then Roadrunner comes in to Zamboni the Coyotes out of the way. Dom is having fun. Al is pissed. And in another coaching reference, he's in a hoodie like Belichick now, talking into a headset. Wanting to run Dame time again.
Toon Squad is on a 963-0 run. It's a 39-point game. Granny checks in and says time is on their side, and Daffy says time is literally on Goon Squad's side. She says she's going old school on his butt. By the way, the old person saying I'm going old school or some version of that, it's not a funny joke, okay? We got to stop with that.
These hack writers.
Yes, it is.
That's right.
You like that joke?
Yeah.
You practice that joke?
No, I don't. I'm not a hack.
She starts doing a pommel horse routine or some shit on her walker.
Oh,
she does the Matrix hand wave, hits him with stop, turns him up to 132 years on his wrist. He starts decaying. She kicks the ball in, plus 30 points, senior discount.
She is the one.
What in the AARP is going on out there?
Oh my God! Now the writing is really starting to struggle.
Now you don't like it. Before it was brilliant.
Yes.
Before it was Shakespeare. Great. Lola throws a lob to LeBron. He uses a boost, goes between his legs. Lola runs by him like Wade with the hands out, winks at the camera. He dunks it home. Toons take the lead.
Yeah.
I like that.
Anything's possible.
Oh, so whack. Go ahead.
Ernie says he came back from down 3-1. Can he come back from this far back?
Oh, in the middle of a Nike commercial, they just dropped some Adidas shit. So
that was really
congrats.
stupid. Yes.
Congrats.
Rel says he woke up today and only knew one world. Then he got sucked into his phone, and at this point, anything's possible.
Fuck him.
They're celebrating. Now we're having some fun. Tells the Toons to be themselves, and Cheadle asks Bryce if he's a Toon or a goon. LeBron sneers at Cheadle, and Cheadle says, what matters is they win this bleeping game. Ask Bryce how he's losing at his own game. He didn't think it was possible. Get your head in the game. He needs to win.
All the glances between LeBron and Al was full of tension, and it was reminding me of when Gordon Bombay would look at the Iceland coach in Mighty Ducks 2. Wolf the dentist Stanson. A lot of shots of just the coaches staring at each other.
I thought he was staring at his kid.
Maybe your dad was right about you. Letting you be you was a mistake. Cheadle falls off the bench as he tries to sit down. LeBron says, let's end this. He's getting his son back. He ISOs against Bryce, but he stops dribbling. Dad, what are you doing? We're in the middle of a game. Dad?
Dom, your game is amazing, son, but I guess I would have known that if I had listened more. Sorry I didn't. Can we just lock this up? LeBron, ass on. Give it to him.
Nope.
For me, when I was a kid, things I went through to get where I am now, I had to be a certain way. It helped me win games, but not so much being a dad, still learning how you're teaching me. Want to be yourself, understand how much I love you, how important you are to me, how very special you are. I don't even know if I'm saying this right. Sounds right to me. The mom smiles, they hug, they say they love each other. Everybody claps, Bugs cries, Lola says pull it together. Now Don Cheadle has a ball, calls them a joke. Bryce holds back LeBron, says he's got this. Says, I think you want people to fear you more than anything, and I'm not about that. I'm playing with my dad. Pete starts crying. Bryce walks to the Toon Squad bench.
No crying in the serververse, Pete. Reference!
Granny made a jersey just for him, just in case.
Yeah, what's up, Dom?
Cheadle says, you want to join these losers? Go ahead. It's not your game anymore. I am the game. King Kong ain't got nothing on me. And then King Kong in the crowd scoffs. I laugh.
Reference!
Cheadle starts upgrading. He grows 5 feet. He's digitized even more. Says LeBron is about to lose his family, friends, tunes, and everything he loves. I don't think so. Lola sticks a jumper. Up 3. Cheadle says it's cute, but I thought I told you it's my game now. Cheat code. -. Still a 1-point game. Cheadle runs up the Goon Squad, goes to dunk. LeBron goes to block it, and he gets bodied.
Yeah, that was a really bad decision by LeBron.
But they didn't give him the posterization for that.
No, they didn't, which is confusing.
Yeah, he just got regular 2 points. I'm like, what?
I'm a monster. We're about to break the internet. LeBron calls timeout.
And then he does the Vince Carter, it's over.
Oh, he did do that, yeah.
Toons down 1,041 to 1,040. 10 seconds left.
So there's 10 seconds left. That was the entire fourth quarter. They scored 1,000 points in the third quarter.
Well, LeBron did have a very long speech during gameplay.
Just running out the clock. Like, no shot clock violation.
No, none.
They don't call double dribbling in this game either. Pete really slacking.
How can you get the one bucket they need if he controls the game? Daffy calls him a son of a glitch, and that's when Bryce has an idea. LeBron's move, the step back glitch.
Call back.
If it crashes, Algie won't be able to control it anymore.
But in true, like, hacky writing tradition, the whole, like, you son of a glitch, son of a glitch. Glitch! That's it. That's the answer. Have you guys ever seen those videos on Instagram where the guy is just literally just reacting off to the last word someone said?
Yeah.
Said Ceballos. That's the answer. You know, like where they just keep going. That's exactly what they did here, with zero hint of irony.
Bryce says it won't work because when his character did it, he got deleted.
Foghorn Leghorn wants to draw straws like it's Armageddon.
LeBron says he'll do the step back. He's not a video game character. He'll be okay. Dad, you don't know that.
I've done the calculations, and that's when I fucking bust out laughing because they literally wanted him to say something technical to remind the audience that the kid is. And they're just like, I don't know. It's some shit. It's like Zach Harper was the head writer that day. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's just like, because I feel like they're just like, I don't know. Just have him say some shit about calculations.
Maze, please cut in.
What's the square root of his apartment?
LeBron says somebody has to do something. LeBron says, give me the ball, hands in. Cheadle says, this is fun. Should do it again and again and again, over and over for all eternity. How's that sound? LeBron gets open, but Bugs, Wally Zerbiak's the pass to him. He does the play and starts glitching. Everything is glitching. Bugs' shot falls short, but LeBron uses a boost, jumps, catches the shot. Cheadle starts tackling him. He's not going to make it. Dom picks up a boost, throws it under the carefully framed Space Jam sneakers on the screen. Cheadle says that's cheating, and he dunks it as time expires, and we get a poster player card. Great. Posterized.
Wait, how's that one? I kind of feel like the one he had on LeBron was way more of a posterization.
Way better, but also, Amin, are these available as Top Shots?
I'm pretty sure they are. We could ask Roz on Thursday.
Tunes win. Al G turned into a literal poster. Pete breaks through it. Goon Squad deletes. Nobody will hug Daffy.
Lil Rel calls LeBron the Akron Hammer, and I remembered Michelle Beadle came up with that nickname. On Sports Nation, when Sports Nation, when Colin Cowherd was on it, she used to call him the Akron Hammer. And I was like, wow.
She should sue.
No,
6 writers, get them all together, racketeering.
She could be the 7th. Yeah.
She wrote more than that motherfucker who got credit for them stupid ass little aliens in there.
Braun and Bryce hug. Everybody leaves the serververse. Rel is celebrating. Toon Squad is gathered around a glitching Bugs on the ground. Lola says that's the least loony thing he's ever done. You got that right. But taking care of all the people you love is fundamental, right, Doc? Thank you. Bryce disappears. LeBron disappears. Toon World gets reassembled. Bug says, that's all, folks. And he turns into a star that goes into the sky.
Turns into a star or a firework or some shit. I don't know.
LeBron and Bryce are back in the server room.
Is Bugs Bunny dead?
Family runs up to them. Malik's crying. 1 week later, Bryce is ready for basketball camp. He's taking a break from video games. LeBron says, really? I feel like I've made a mistake. Look. And they're walking up to the game design camp. He didn't notice any of this shit.
What a twist!
How was this a surprise?
Dumb fucking kid.
Like, why wouldn't he like blindfold him or something? Or they're just walking down a sidewalk.
Yeah, because LeBron does that a lot, by the way.
Just walks.
His kid's a tech genius, but in reality, not too aware.
That's why he sucks at basketball.
LeBron asks for the LBJ branded basketball, and Bryce says he's going to hold on to it. And Bugs is with LeBron. Says he's a toon. He can survive everything. Wants to crash at LeBron's pad. He wants some carrot juice.
That felt like really lazy writing, by the way.
Of course. Of course. We get a Taco Tuesday reference. He also brought the whole gang with him. What do you mean the whole gang? Can't get rid of us now. We're family. And then the picks and the credits. We've got the Tunes with LeBron in the pool. Daffy's coaching with Frank Vogel. They're Toon skateboarding.
By the way, I never noticed the semblance between Daffy Duck and Frank Vogel until that picture.
Yeah, it's really similar. Foghorn is at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
Serious tension between Foghorn and the chicken logo at Roscoe's.
Lola and Bugs are driving the coastal highway. Gossamer and Taz riding bikes at the beach. Elmer's rapping.
They're at Burning Man.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were on the beach. Granny's fighting Ronda Rousey. Lola's playing tennis with Osaka. Bugs is golfing with Bill Murray. There's beach yoga. Bron and Bugs are dressed the same, walking into the arena with that little suit with shorts thing.
That was the finals. That was the be better, right? When he told
yeah, right. And that's it. Sure, there's all kinds of trivia shit here.
Trivia. After the original idea for Space Jam 2 was canceled, there was an idea for a spy film titled Spy Jam, starring Jackie Chan, but he left the project and it evolved into Looney Tunes Back in Action.
Oh, man.
2003.
I would have gone with Spy Jam.
Kath Soucie had been set to reprise her role as Lola Bunny and had all of her dialogue recorded, but for unknown reasons, she was replaced by Zendaya during late post-production. So that was Zendaya as Lola Bunny. This is 25 years exactly after Space Jam. Justin Lin left the project to direct Fast 9 and 10, but he couldn't wait to get out of there. Bob Bergen, who was the voice of Tweety, is the only actor to return from the original Space Jam.
Wow. Wow, really?
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
And I bet that most of the people who were in Space Jam weren't the original voices anyway, so it's, how far trickled down are these Looney Tune voices?
Well, I wasn't even thinking about the voices. I thought like maybe somewhere along the line, some cameo, there would have been somebody.
Warner Brothers also had ideas for Skate Jam, Golf Jam, and Race Jam, but they were all discarded.
Feels like Race Jam is a different thing. That's that's why. I mean, this is why you need to.
James Woods and Tony Medley.
I mean, this is why you need to watch the Fast and Furious movies, because they literally have a thing called Race Wars.
Race Wars out in the desert every year, man.
Oh my god, every year.
It's getting bigger. According to Deadline, Pepe Le Pew was ultimately excised from this movie and other future Looney Tunes projects in the wake of the Me Too movement. A scene that was supposedly partially filmed ended up being removed. What is this scene, you ask? Pepe was supposed to appear in the black and white Casablanca Rick's Cafe sequence. He'd be playing a bartender. He starts hitting on a woman at the bar played by Grace Santo. He begins kissing her arm, which she pulls back, then slamming Pepe into the chair next to hers. She then pours her drink on Pepe and slaps him hard, sending him spinning on a stool, which is then stopped by LeBron James's hand. James and Bugs Bunny are looking for Lola, and Pepe knows her whereabouts. That's ominous. Pepe then tells the guys that Penelope the cat has filed a restraining order against him. James makes a remark in the script that Pepe can't grab other tunes without their consent.
Good Lord.
Yeah, they try to go heavy-handed with like an educational moment, and then they ultimately figured probably not a good idea. Also, Mace, it's Pepe, not Pepe. Pepe Le Pew.
He's French. It's Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah, he's French. Pepe Le Pew.
Pepe Le Pew.
He's French.
Pepe Le Pew.
Right.
I didn't say Pepe. You fucking weirdo. No, that motherfucker did because
it's not Pepe.
He's not
It's Pepe the Frog. Right. It's Pepe the Frog.
Pepe Le Pew.
It's Pepe Le Pew. It's French.
Pepe Le Pew.
When Space Jam 2 was first announced back in 2011, one proposed idea was that it would star Tim Tebow and revolve around football.
And Jesus. Instead of Bugs Bunny, it's Jesus.
2011. What a time. So much has changed.
Space Jam VeggieTales.
Contrary to the film's title, there are no scenes that take place in space.
Not true. They're flying a spaceship.
In a serververse.
In space.
Inner space.
In your space.
Breathe in through nose, out the mouth.
Ass on, ass off.
Teddy Rex, Moosey Teddy Rex. Teddy Rex, Moosey Teddy Rex.
Ass on. Fuck it, ass off. Ass on. Fuck it, ass off.
Ass on. Highest usage rate by far. Delivering all of his lines off a cue card. It's LeBron James.
No.
Amin?
Lil Rel.
No, come on.
Absolutely not.
No, it's LeBron. LeBron was awful in this. I mean, LeBron was about as good as you could expect a non-actor to be in this, but he's not good.
Exactly. He's a non-actor.
When has that ever stopped us?
Lil Rel's an actor, and he still can't fucking act.
This feels odd. This feels like your Tracy Morgan thing.
I would take 1,000 Tracy Morgans over this hack.
I'm going to hold you to that.
LeBron James is a dad, right? Because I wasn't really reading that necessarily from this movie.
It's LeBron. LeBron's ass on.
Ass off. I had Don Cheadle as Al G Rhythm.
He's actually pretty good in this.
He's good in everything.
Considering that he's basically acting on a green screen the entire time.
You can see the difference in the first one and the second one because this one has a major actor in it throughout the entirety. Whereas the first one, it doesn't. Like there's voices, but it's not the same.
Bill Murray and Wayne Knight.
They're barely in it.
Bill Murray's in like the second half or less.
What about Wayne Knight?
He's barely in it too. Like Don Cheadle is on screen as much as anyone not named LeBron or Bugs.
What about Reggie Miller? He flops. That's acting.
Cheadle for asshole.
Patreon.com/countthethings.
Why did that plug come in?
I don't know. Because everything else is a plug in this goddamn movie.
By the way, you can read my review of Space Jam on theathletic.com. Subscribe to The Athletic.
Did you plug this podcast on your
Damn
review?
right I plugged this podcast. Thanks for reading, you dick.
Did you make it into Rotten Tomatoes?
No, I did not, which upset me. But they've been censoring us anyway because they're a bunch of pieces of shit.
Yeah.
That we'll still use.
Two can play this game.
You're good at keeping secrets?
Absolutely.
Because I've got a present for you. Secret present outside by the dumpster.
Is it a baseball mitt?
It fits you like a baseball mitt, like a glove. I hope.
Is it new or is it old?
It will be new for you.
All right, that means I'm gonna have to break it in.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to break it in. I'll put a ball in there, and I'll tie it off.
Right.
And then I'll put lotions and oil on it, and I'll sleep with it under my pillow.
Woo!
Yeah. Golden Dumpster nominees.
Amin, do you wanna know what I said about Cinephobe?
What'd you say?
He walked away as soon as I started talking.
I said some people love nostalgia. Some people focus on the soundtrack as the reason why the original holds up, and some people just love bad movies, or at least are fascinated by them. It's a big reason why I host a podcast with Amin Al-Hassan and Anthony Mayes called Cinephobe, in which we watch movies that are poorly rated on Rotten Tomatoes and try to ascertain if they're properly poorly rated or maybe didn't get a fair shake. Funny enough, the original Space Jam doesn't meet our criteria, 40% or lower.
Segue!
But this one does?
It sits at 44% and 63% from the audience. But at the time of publishing, this new version does. 31% critics, 82% audience. As we've ascertained plenty of times, just because a movie qualifies for our podcast doesn't mean it's actually bad. So there you go. You dick.
Golden Dumpster nominees, the Getting the Gang Together montage, Granny, the Little Rel, Ernie pairing in the commentator's booth, LeBron closing out on the force field for some reason, acting his ass on, Dame Time sequence a la Quicksilver, the wrong Michael Jordan, Porky's rap, and tension between Foghorn Leghorn and the Roscoe's Chicken logo.
I mean, for me, it's the Michael B. Jordan joke. I thought that was really well done. That was my favorite part of the movie.
Amin?
I like that scene a lot, but I'm going to go with the montage. The montage of them in the actual movies, in Mad Max and in Casablanca and all that. I thought that was really well done.
You know, I mean, it was easy to miss, but I'm still curious about it. I'm going to go with LeBron closing out on the force field. Why?
Basketball, that's why. Who picked it, motherfucker? No one did, I guess. It's just a thing.
People demanded it.
Yeah.
I'm happy to go first. Space Jam, A New Legacy. Like many people my age, I rewatched the original Space Jam and had all my nostalgia wiped clean. It was definitely something that I remembered more fondly in my heart, in my deep love of Michael Jordan and just believing that everything he did was amazing. Then they did it again. And in order to update it, all they did was cram in every fucking reference you possibly could. When I saw that that was the concept, they're like, oh, we're going to go to the Matrix and we're going to visit Game of Thrones and shit. I don't know. Somehow that raised expectations. Like Amin said, the Getting the Gang Together montage where they actually had Looney Tunes characters in those projects was actually kind of good, but that was about a minute of the movie. And then the rest of it was just like random dudes who look nothing like Arnold as Mr. Freeze in a bathrobe dancing behind Don Cheadle. LeBron was terrible. He was fucking terrible. He was actually all right in Trainwreck. He was not good in this. He was not believable. It was the same exact structure, and it did not have a banging soundtrack. It's a phobe. Amin?
Zach?
Amin?
Yeah, this movie, it's just incredibly boring. I didn't like the first Space Jam either. I thought in many ways it was more sophisticated than the first Space Jam, but it's just so incredibly boring. And LeBron can't act, and I just didn't care about much of this, and I was really bored. This is the first episode like in a long time where I don't have a line where I say, clip it, Mayes. There was nothing clip-worthy in this movie, at least not from an audio standpoint. Usually movies like this are easy to make fun of. It's so bad, I don't even have a desire to make fun of it. Yeah, this is a hard phobe for me.
I actually think it's a pretty clever reboot, just in terms of trying to get the premise of him needing to be in this game or whatever. Like, it's if the idea is to make kids watch, and kids don't really watch the Looney Tunes anymore, all right, here's some video games. Here's some movie characters you may have seen on the sidelines, right? Like, here's some of this stuff. And so I do think it's actually pretty clever. It's way too long.
Oh my God.
It's a half hour longer than the original Space Jam. A half hour. And it's just a lot of heavy handed, like, LeBron, are you going to be a good dad? Like, kind of shit. But let me say this. I'm sick of people saying LeBron was bad in this movie as an actor. Michael Jordan's fucking terrible in the original Space Jam. Like, he's awful in it. And all he had to do was play himself. LeBron is at least playing a version of himself here. And he's not good at it, but it's not like Michael Jordan was better in the first one. So I do think, like, people need to cut him some slack there. There's some really funny moments throughout this. And I wrote that it's a good job at this. Like, I wrote that in the review, like, for what they were trying to make it. If you want to get kids to tap in and you want to get parents to have the nostalgia and the jokes and inside jokes and stuff, it actually kind of accomplishes what it was set out to do. And with that, guys, still gonna phobe it. I would never watch this again. I don't want it. I don't like it. Make sure you tweet us at Talk Hoops, at Corn Puzzle, at Darth Amin. Your own picks for Ass On, Ass Off, Golden Dumpster, and phobe or file for Space Jam: A New Legacy. Thank you for subscribing to the Patreon, patreon.com/countthedings. Make sure you tell your friends to subscribe, your enemies, your strangers, the people at the store, all that.
Full disclosure, midway through this podcast, I was scouting and I muted.
We know.
No, you don't know.
Here's our ending.
No, how do you know?
Because usually when you're silent, it's because you're jacking it.
Okay, so all right, so I was scouting. I wasn't jacking it. I was scouting. But I was scouting and I had them muted, but I realized when I mute the Skype, that doesn't mute.
Yeah. Professional podcaster.
So,
like you ordering a White Claw last episode from someone.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
No, don't do it.
Welcome to Cinephobe.
Next time we make love, you introduce me to Jade.